Look, most men think that the reason they have low testosterone levels is because of their age. I hate to break it to you, but there's a lot of variables that add up to your testosterone, not just your age. We've had so many men come into the coaching program and be able to upregulate their testosterone without TRT simply by regulating their food properly and their lifestyle habits. So in this video, I'm gonna go through foods that are absolutely paramount and will boost your libido, your strength, your mood, and help your blood work. This isn't some TikTok myth, it's actually real biology backed by science and experience. I try to keep it foods that you can easily get and consume on a day-to-day basis. Nothing like beef liver, eating it raw, this is just too extreme. And we'll go all the way from 10 down to 1. The last 3, I'm gonna be honest, will probably shock you because whenever I found out, I was like, really? So without further ado, let's kick in. These are all foods that I do eat on a day-to-day basis. So number 10, we have Greek yogurt. I do recommend the 5% fat variation for this. The reason this works is because not only is it high in protein, which is beneficial, but it's got really good probiotic benefits. So not necessarily does it upregulate your testosterone immediately, but whenever you have lower inflammation in the body and you're healthier, you will notice that you're able to increase your testosterone levels naturally. Greek yogurt also has higher fat content, but the beautiful thing about this is it's better for hormone production. It's easier for most guys to eat because it's not just as sour, and it is so good for your gut health, nutrient absorption, and that's gonna help with your overall diet. So that's why I rank it at number 10 for increasing your testosterone. I'm gonna tell you the way I eat it too. I would add Greek yogurt to oats with a little bit of honey and pumpkin seeds, and you've sort of got like this full taste boosting bowl, and you can even throw in a little bit of whey protein, and the taste of that is unreal. Number 9, we have dark chocolate. I think you need over 70% bare minimum. For me, I won't have anything less than 85%. There's this whole fuss in the fitness industry, if you haven't seen it, about the quality of it and if there's leads and metals in dark chocolate, but you would have to eat an insane amount of dark chocolate to get that. So for me, 85% plus is the bare minimum. The reason I love this is because not only is it good for blood flow, so the wee man can get it stronger, but in reality, it's full of magnesium, antioxidants, and these can help lower your stress hormones, and this will then put you in a better state to produce testosterone. So highly recommend adding this to your oats to the first meal. I love it melted, it's so good. Or with a little cup of coffee. Hard to beat. Number 8, keeping with the idea of high healthy fats, we've got avocado. Although this is super high in calories, the healthy fats in here, the monounsaturates, are great for helping you regulate testosterone, growth hormone at night. It's also got boron, so it will increase your free testosterone. It's a no-brainer, super simple. I don't think you should just have it with toast. You should couple it with some sort of protein, multiple eggs, hard to beat. Number 7 is something you won't probably eat, but is super easy to get in any supermarket. It's pumpkin seeds. Now, just like the priors, it's a healthy fat source full of zinc and magnesium. It's like the foundation for male hormones. And I think it's something that's so easily sprinkled into any meal. Just be mindful of the calories, and it's a great source to get your testosterone boosting foods from. Right, a little bit of change of scenery. We have number 6, we have berries. Yes, before you think this isn't high protein, high fat, this is actually quite carb based. The beautiful thing about berries, especially blueberries, is it is one of the highest antioxidant fruits. Now, yes, I could talk about acai berries, but I think this is smarter, it's easier to get. This will lower your inflammation. This reduces oxidative stress. That's the process that pretty much ages you. And when inflammation is lower, you naturally get higher testosterone. The amount of studies on blueberries in particular showing how much it helps an individual health-wise, I think not including it in any list and not eating it daily, you're missing on a big impact to your overall results in every aspect of your life. So pretty much lower inflammation, lower cortisol, lower stress in the body, your body's in a better position not only to build muscle, burn fat, but also regulates testosterone. On the number 5 spot, super easy to get in any supermarket as well, Brazil nuts. Now these are big. They're like if your missus doesn't let you have a go for a week or two. These have not just the normal healthy fats, but they've also got selenium, if I can pronounce that right. And I honestly think you only need like 2 to 3 of these nuts a day, and that'll be like 10 grams. And I guarantee you'll notice a difference in your blood work if you eat these consistently. Really small thing, but adding a lot of these together throughout your days or your weeks really add up over time. For example, like you might notice that you struggle to get all these healthy fats or testosterone boosting foods in each day, but over a week you can easily incorporate them if they're in the house. A lot of these are like additives to meals, like Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, so they're easy added. And this is going to help you boost your fats, boost your testosterone, and regulate better. Next up, I can guarantee number 4, you're not eating 2 portions of oily fish a week, salmon in particular. Omega-3 reduces inflammation. It's better hormone signaling. And as a result of this, you're going to notice you just get way better. Even skin, like your joint health's going to feel better. And you can see the sort of catalyst throughout all these is having your fats high enough. And this is why a low fat diet is not always beneficial. You actually want fats relatively high so that you can regulate your hormones. This is why whenever I calculate macros or calories for someone, I always say you should have a minimum of grams of fat for a quarter of your body weight. So if you were 180 pounds, you'd want a minimum of about 40, 45, 50 grams of fat to help regulate your hormones. So this makes your calories really easy because you would have 180 grams of protein, 45 to 50 grams of fat, and the rest would be filled with carbs. And if you want me to just simply work out your calories, all you have to do is just DM me calorie, and I will send you over a calorie game plan over Instagram or wherever you DM me that word, and I will do my absolute best to help you by giving you the guides, tools you need to progress. So this makes it super easy for you because if you need to work out your calories, you take 1 gram protein per pound of body weight, 180 grams protein. You take about a quarter of that number for your fats. That's about 40 to 50 grams. And then you can pump the rest with carbs or fats. And if you can't be bothered doing that, you can simply DM me the word on Instagram or Facebook, calorie game plan. I'll send you a full video in short and also a guide to help you break this down. Super straightforward, so your calories and macros are more optimal for your goals. DM calorie game plan, I'll send that over. God damn, I'm good to you. Number 3, I would say a lot of people would have this in their top spot, and you'll see it all over platforms. It's eggs as a whole, making sure you eat the yolk. A lot of people remove the yolk. The yolk has pretty much the same protein as the white, but it's got all the healthy fats. And the reason that this got demonized way back in the day is because of the cholesterol, and everybody was like, my cholesterol's high, I'm eating too much eggs. That's not the reason your cholesterol's high. It's not just eggs. It has a range of factors. For example, being overweight, fatty actual foods like too much fast food. All these things can raise your cholesterol. Just bad routine, bad diet. Somebody healthy eating 4 to 5 eggs a day is going to have no problem. So in eggs, we have cholesterol, healthy fats, we've got vitamin D. It's literally like the building blocks for your testosterone reduction. I highly recommend consuming these at least 3 to 4 times a week, making sure you get 3 to 4 eggs in each of them sittings. Now, if you chat GPT, what is the best testosterone boosting food? It's going to give you something like oysters or beef liver. And in reality, are you going to eat that? Are you going to go oyster? Like, how do you even get oysters? I don't even know if I've ever seen them to buy apart from like fancy restaurants that I would never order. So I've made this far more realistic because we're not going Liver King and eating raw beef liver. I just think having some sort of beef in your diet, ideally steak, lean beef mince, is going to give you the nice healthy fats, protein, but you're also going to get them B vitamins, you're going to get cholesterol building blocks, you're going to get zinc. It's just probably the highest natural zinc source on earth. I think it's the highest potent if you get the right beef sources. So I do think just incorporating some form of beef is really, really smart, rather than it being like it has to be this type or that. You're going to hit 90% of your base picking a beef source over something else. Super simple. Now, something you would have noticed throughout this list is a lot of these are protein, fat-based, and then the carb sources I've given you are more about inflammation lowering. Now, the one I'm going to give you that I think a lot of people as the number 1 top spot that people wouldn't think is going to be pomegranate. And you're probably thinking, how is this the king of building testosterone? Beef should be. Most lists would do that. However, I went sort of in like a deep dive of research, and there's a lot of research to back pomegranate. It's not something I've included, but I'm going to do it. It's like clinically actually shown to raise your test levels, boost your blood flow. Yes, that's what we want. And drop cortisol. So it almost is like a 3 pathway hit. You get the lower cortisol, you get testosterone boosting, you get blood flow. So even a small amount every day can really help, whether it's pomegranate juice, but I do think just actually having pomegranates in the food, like I said, just a little sprinkle will do a lot for you. In your salad, you can be pomegranate bay, whatever you want. But I think they taste good. They're super easy to include. It's a no-brainer. Now, you're probably thinking, this is such a weird list. How do I incorporate these in my week-on-week eating without this being like a lot of random concoctions? If you just DM me the word test recipes, I know that sounds weird, on any platform, I'll send you around 20 of these recipes that I've made that will boost your testosterone naturally. They're easy to make, and it's incredible. My man Joseph will throw up some of these on the screen so you can see how good they actually look. And not even joking, I've copyrighted these because I've made these recipes. Now, you can't copyright the food, but the actual photos, like, they're mine. Like, we made this. This took ages. If anyone has seen my cooking, it is so messy. So these photos took so long. And these are from my recipe books as well that I have with clients. But DM me the word test recipes. I'll send them over. You can enjoy them, boost your test levels, have a better sex life, look sharper, better mood. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully you found that really valuable, and I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Big love.